Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
हमारे कार्यक्रम पेश किए जाते कई भाषाओं में कृपया देखें suprememastertv.com/schedule。
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule。
Rancangan kami menawarkan banyak bahasa. Sila kunjungi suprememastertv.com/schedule.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Наши программы предлагают много языков. Пожалуйста, посмотрите suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Naše programy nabízejí více jazyků. Prosím, navštivte suprememastertv.com/schedule.
After the master dies, 300 or 500 years maximum, no more. That's why every sutra emphasizes living master.
Please continue watching to find out more.
Supreme Master Ching Hai's lectures are not a complete meditation instruction. Please do not try alone. For free of charge guidance, please visit godsdirectcontact.org or contact any of our centers near you.
Today's episode will be presented in English with subtitles in Arabic, Aussie, also known as Vietnamese, Bulgarian, Chinese, Czech, English, French, German, Hindi, Hungarian, Indonesian, Japanese, Korean, Malay, Mongolian, Persian, Polish, Portuguese, Punjabi, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Telugu, and Thai. Приятелска прегръдка, добросърдечни зрители. Казвам се Злата и съм от Пловдив, в жизнелюбивата България. Нашият народ ви поздравява за усилията, които полагате да излекувате света. Република България се намира в Югоизточна Европа. Известна е като средище на природни красоти, с разнообразни девствени пейзажи, като дълги крайбрежия, златни пясъчни плажове и високи планини. Един от природните паркове има над 60 планински върха, издигащи се над 2500 метра височина, с чиста планинска вода, течаща надолу към езерата. България е също така дом на повече от 550 целебни минерални извора, за които се твърди, че имат специални възстановяващи здравето свойства. Главна религия в България е източното православие, с богата традиция в историята. Много величествени манастири могат да се видят и в страната. Например, Рилският манастир, който е обект на световното наследство на образователната, научна и културна организация на Обединените нации – ЮНЕСКО. Особено сме щастливи да ви представим скъпоценната България, очарователни зрители. Нашият народ се моли небесата да ви обсипят с безкрайна благословия и небесна милост. повече от 30 години върховният учител Чинхай озарява нашия свят с божественото си учение. Като един напълно просветлен учител, тя предава метода за медитация Куанин на онези, които желаят незабавно да открият божествената природа в себе си и за един живот да постигнат вечно освобождение от кръга на преражданията. Методът Куанин се е практикувал от всички просветлени учители, като Буда, Конфуций, Гуру Нанак, Исус Христос, Лао Цза, Господ Кришна, Господ Махавира, пророк Мухамед, мир на душата му и много други. Тя подчертава, че ако винаги помним Бог, служим безкорисно на другите и следваме законите на Вселената, ще постигнем най-висшия си потенциал като хора и наистина ще разберем своята цел на Земята. Върховният учител Чинхай е изключителен жив пример на състрадание и редовно изпраща материална и финансова помощ, както и любовта си на бежанците, бездомните, пострадалите от природни бедствия и други нуждаещи се от помощ. Върховният учител Чинхай е дълбоко благодарна на възлюбения Бог за цялата финансова помощ, утеха и подкрепа за пострадалите и нуждаещите се и или за всяка добра кауза през годините, като скромен съд за неговото или нейното, неутрален термин за него или нея, състрадание и любов към ценните му и деца. Върховният учител Чинхай получава подкрепа и любов от различни организации, медии, правителства и отделни личности, както и много награди от тях, като наградата за мир Гуси през 2006 година, смятана за Нобеловата награда за мир на изтока, наградата за световно духовно водачество през 1994 година, наградата Махавир през 2008 година. 22 февруари и 25 октомври са обявени за ден на Върховният учител Чинхай, почетен гражданин на Съединените щати и т.н. и удостоявана през годините с множество други награди и почести за изключителната си благотворителна и хуманитарна дейност. Извиняваме се, че не можем да покажем много други награди и почести поради липсата на място и време. Истински глас в защита на красивите ни приятели животните, върховният учител Чинхай насърчава мирното и любящо хранене на растителна основа и предрича, наред с пробуждането на човечеството, за светостта на всички форми на живот, един мирен и славен, изцяло вегански свят, в който животни и хора живеят в блаженна хармония. Инициативите за разпространяване на веганската тенденция са разнообразни и включват раздаване на флаера, алтернативен начин на живот, международните вегански ресторанти Loving Hut, компании за вегански хранителни продукти, изделия от веганска кожа, Supreme Master Television, както и редовни разговори с влиятелни лидери на правителствата и медиите, участие в телевизионни конференции за климатичните промени и т.н. Дали сме осъзнати за това или не, усилията й имат огромно влияние върху глобалното осъзнаване за начин на живот, който е в хармония с животните и как това доброжелателно съществуване може да донесе дълготраен мир сред народите и да спаси планетата ни от климатичните промени и бедствията. През годините върховният учител Чинхай е пътувала по целия свят, от Америките до Африка, от Европа до Океания, и е изнасила стотици лекции пред обществото и пред учениците си на разнообразни духовни теми. Днес сме благословени да представим една от тези проникновени лекции, озаглавена Сурангама Сутра, 4 ясни и непроменими инструкции за чистота, заключение и установяване на място за пробуждане, част 7 от 8, между учителя и учениците, изнесена на английски на 24 декември 2018 година.
My previous master knows you, master.
Who?
My previous master, whom we discussed with you, Brahmarshi Patriji, Pyramid Spiritual Societies. He is a Buddha's meditation master.
Oh.
He knows, and I still meet him whenever he comes to USA. He stays in my house.
He knows me?
You know him, he knows you.
Oh.
So you have seen his picture and you told him who he was. And so last time when I met him, and he said, myself and my wife, these two are Supreme Master Chinghai's favorites.
Oh.
And he actually asked me to invite you to India. And actually every year from December 21st to December 31st, every year they do a group meditation with 100,000 people.
Oh.
So they construct pyramids at the scale of 5,000 to 6,000 people can sit inside. He actually asked me to invite you to India. So every 3 months they actually publish Supreme Master Chinghai's vegan diet and all those things in their magazines.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Wow. Thank him a lot and tell him that I really, really appreciate his invitation. It's official now, she said. That official now, Indian goes vegan. Okay. All right. Please tell your master that I pay respect and I thank him.
Thank you, master.
Yes. Okay. All right. There are so many, master. It's easier for you to choose now.
They actually believers of the cosmic energy which is produced through pyramid, like Giza pyramid. So all the disciples, most of them, whoever has little bit money, they build a small pyramid. Because the cosmic energy is built at 45 degrees.
Yes.
That's the reason even Giza pyramid is giving energy to the earth.
Yes. That's why they built the pyramid before. I have told in one of my lecture that there's a meditation place.
Right.
People just thinking, don't know what, but I say...
No, if you sit inside a pyramid and do meditation, you achieve samadhi in
more concentration.
Quickly.
Just physically speaking, it's more protective.
Right, yes.
Yeah. And whatever negative power, it will disperse out,
right.
in this shape. Yes. And I told a long time ago, I don't know if it's recorded or not, that because some people ask me what's the pyramid is for, is it the tomb or something? I said, no, in the old time, people built it just to meditate. It's a meditation place. Now it's proved it. All right, okay. So do what you can to help yourself. But I don't think that the London people can build pyramid into their little apartment. It's very expensive in London, for example, Paris, it's enough to put furniture inside and you zigzag your way through it.
Yeah, we're more worried about the soul level, not the body level. That's why you are here for us, Master.
All right,
Thank
good. Thank you for your valuable information.
Thank you, Master.
That just confirmed what I said before. The pyramid is people built it for meditation. Everybody thinks it's a tomb or what is it inside. Nobody even know up to now what for. For meditation purpose, yeah. Number one is very good concentration inside, energy, okay? Also the cosmic energy can help you, okay? It's one pointed like that, yeah? Okay. And then, number two is that in the desert it's so hot. The pyramid is very thick. The wall diameter, very thick. And it's so cool inside, as if you stay in a normal...
The basic reason pyramids were constructed is Egyptians believe that the person who dies, they will be reborn again. That's why they use it to mummify the body and put it inside the pyramid.
The body will be born again?
Yeah, they actually wrap it in a chemical cloth and put it inside
but that
pyramid.
Is just for the...
Yeah, their belief is the person will take rebirth and use the same body. They use pyramids for that purpose.
No, that's what people suspect. But it's just for meditation before, okay? And whatever, they wrap them in silk or in a mummy kind of substance, it just is their tradition. Just to keep it, to preserve the body. Just like we nowadays, we want to keep the body in a coffin and bury it in some special place and build a little memorial, just so that we remember. Because we all want to be like eternally in life. So they do anything they can just to preserve that concept. Yes?
I wanted to ask a question about what you were reading before, if that's okay. About when the Buddha was talking about how to get enlightenment without a master, the cow and the poop and the no sleep. Did he mean, I wondered if he meant to say that like literally as in doing these things will actually, or did he mean it more like a parable as far as like the impossibility of finding enlightenment without a master?
Maybe so also, yeah. But he really mean it. He really tell all it graphically, okay? But also, it's possible only because his disciple is still there. It's the final age of his Dharma teaching. Not now. Not now anymore. Not after 2,700 years of his Nirvana. At that time, Buddha just passed away, final ending age about 500 years after he passed away. That's in other sutra he say that. Is for him, for his teaching lineage, end at 300, 500 years after. But not now anymore. Okay, even if you want to do it, it might not work. You don't find these pure monks and nuns who still having this blood lineage in them anymore to transmit it to you, however little diluted is still there. After the master dies, 300 or 500 years maximum, no more. That's why every sutra emphasizes living master. Otherwise, the Buddha was there and he tell people, okay, you just go and do that, no need me, no need the Buddha, okay? No, they all come and study with the Buddha. And he says it's very rare you can find the Buddha, yeah, and the teaching when he's still alive. This is for his descendants, disciple, who still have pure, if they're pure in the precepts, and they had already the lineage is still going, not as strong as when the Buddha alive, because they transmit it like from the first successor, yeah, from the Buddha, and then to the second successor of that successor, and the third successor of the successor, and so on and so forth. Just like after the 10th Guru of the Sikh passed away. But before that, he said no more gurus of the Sikh. Only study the scripture. Because at that time, that's the best he can offer to his disciples. Because he knows the 9th master has gone. He's the last one. And there's no more bloodline, no more spiritual bloodline to pass on to the next generation. So he said, just study the scripture. It's better than nothing. In the scripture, at least it's mentioned Nam, mentioned precept, mentioned purity, mentioned God, devotion. The people who can follow that and attain some level of understanding of Godhood, and then maybe they're lucky they find living master. Okay? Yeah. Otherwise the guru cannot cheat people and say, okay, after I die, my wife, my son, his son die anyway in the battle. Because at that time the king of that country and the people who believe in the king's religion at that time, chasing the master and harass them no end, and in the battle his sons also die. So even in that lineage, it's supposed to be that his family member inherit the mantle. But to him, he has no more sons anyway, and he knows there's no more gurus in that lineage to uphold the continued bloodline of the spiritual practice. So he says, study Granth Sahib scripture. At least these are the teaching of the gurus, the true gurus, 10 of them. Continue, at least there are still blessings in there. But that is for his immediate disciples and descendants. Later on, probably it's all diluted already. But still helpful. Like people believe in the Buddha, they know they should not kill, they should not steal. At least something to keep them afloat and not go to hell, not to descend into lower level and suffering. Okay? If they keep the precept as the Buddha taught, even now, if they don't kill, they don't steal, they don't lie, normal people, even if they eat a little meat, but without knowing the vegan stuff, without having hatred or killing instinct in their heart, keep the 5 precepts, they still can be reborn as human, a decent human, have a comfortable life. And if they continue the 5 precepts like that, they will be reborn again as human, decent life, comfortable. So it helps to study the scriptures. And it helps to learn, from the Bible that you have to be good, you have to, fear God and pray to Jesus, etc. It helps them, okay? That's why the 10 guru of the Sikh tell them, study Granth Sahib. The Granth Sahib is your guru. What else can he say when he knows there's no more lineage left? But that doesn't mean he stopped there. It could be that one of his disciple or descendants of the disciple continue studying together a little while longer, and it could be that one of the master descended into that lineage afterward, after the 10 guru passed away. And then he became a master, and then continue the lineage in elsewhere, not in his family lineage. You got that? Because it's like this. In that Sikh system, from the first guru to the 10th, it ends there. Why is that? Because one of the family member of the master have a very selfish wish. One of the earlier Sikh master has a daughter, okay. The Sikh master, they're married, okay? But they don't indulge in, physical sensation the way normal people do. They just sometimes have a corporal contact so that they can have children, okay? It's just tradition to have children. So they have 2 or 3 children, maybe like that. Once a year or twice a year to be together with wife, nothing more. Now, one of the master has a daughter, okay? She was sitting with him. Even if she's a daughter of a master, she always had to sit lower than the master. Even a wife or the mother of the master always sit lower than the guru. All the time. In India like that. That you're not allowed to sit. It's just tradition. Out of respect, you don't sit the same height as the master. That's all. Okay, so this daughter, she sat on the ground. And the master of the Sikh at that time, earlier master, not the 10th, but before that. And then he sat on his bed to meditate. Yes. And the daughter was sitting at his feet on the ground. And somehow the bed was old and one of the leg fell off. Okay? So she worried the master will be awakened out of samadhi. She used her hand to hold it all night long. But the nails are pinched into her hand, bleeding, but she still hold it. Such a devotion, okay? So in the morning, the master awakes from samadhi, come back to the physical life, body, and then realize what the daughter has done for him. He felt very, very touched. Not just as the master, but as a father as well. Such a filial daughter, of course, who wouldn't like love? So he said, oh, okay, whatever you wish, I will grant it to you. Normally, master don't say that to anyone, because they just let the disciple develop according to their understanding and karma. The master don't favor any disciple and say, okay, I will grant you wish because I like you. Because you are my daughter, you are my wife, you are my son. No. Or you are my favorite disciple, or you give me $1 million, nada. The master treat everyone equally. But because he was so touched, he came out of a pure meditation samadhi all night long. So his mind is still so pure. He also forget the rule, and he was touched by his daughter's devotion. Sit all night with the nail deep in her hand and bleeding, just to keep him in samadhi. Because she knows the master meditate is very important for the disciples, for the world. So she sacrificed, sit like that instead of the leg of the bed. And then the master just saw that and so very touched. He said, okay, whatever wish you have, I will grant it. Master really never says such thing, okay? But it's just a situation like that. And then the daughter said, I have only one wish. That the master lineage stay in the family. Oh, man. That is very selfish. You cannot do that. The master lineage should be passed on. The master mantle should be passed on to whoever worthy and enlightened and selflessly devoted to humankind, for all beings. Not because a family member. But the master already promised. So he has to hold it, even though he was aghast as her request. Because he can foresee that this selfish wish will bring bloodshed into the Sikhism. At that time there was no Sikhism of thirst. Not because the master at that time or the first Guru Nanak never proclaimed any Sikhism, no nothing. He just go barefoot, go from one place to another, teaching people, whoever can have affinity with him or have wisdom to learn. Okay? He never want to make Sikhism or anything just so people about him. No. Just happened, okay, afterward. Because the king of that country at that time and his government seek to destroy other religion and other preachers like Guru Nanak and his later successor. That's why we had trouble with at that time. So they have to have some kind of defense kind of system for the disciple, and they call him the Sikh, and would defend the weak, the brothers and sisters. And therefore at that time to recognize each other as Sikh in separation to others, so that they can recognize each other when they see each other, because they have to practice in secret. Okay. Also, the disciples scatter everywhere, so they have to have some symbol to recognize. They have symbol, like they have bracelets, and you have your long hair have to wrap up in the cloth, and your hair have to have a comb, and inside you have a short. What else I forgot? 5 things.
5K.
5K?
Yeah, 5K. Everything starts with K letter, so it's called 5K.
Everything will go with K, okay. A comb, bracelets, and...
knife.
A knife, or a dagger. And the underwear short, a short. Like this, so that you... Female and male same, so that you can identify,
And also be ready to go,
ready to go to defend others.
defend.
Yeah, that's what it is, okay? Otherwise, normally the disciple don't ever need any knife or anything. But at that time, they're harassing them relentlessly. They want to destroy the master and the sick follower at that time. So they have to just defend themselves, and run. Wow. And nowadays, they remain symbol, you can see them, okay? You see, so even the master daughter and disciple are still that ignorant to wish like that, to wish that the master mantle always remain in the family. Family member not necessarily enlightened or worthy to be a master. She is a good example for that, no? Otherwise she would never ever think of even keep the mantle of mastership in her family. You see that? But the master already promised, so it goes like that. So from then on, their family member inherit the mantle of the Sikhism, as far as if they have son, okay? A daughter, no. I think not at that time, no. So because of that, the Sikhism, from then on up to the 10th master, always there's a bloody battlefield. Always a lot of war and killing and, oppressing from the government, whatever government at that time. The master knew it, but, a master promised you can't go backward. Can go back on that. Whew. Well, I don't have a daughter per se to hold my bed. I have a sofa, it's safer. The sofa is always safe. Even if it fell down, it don't fall too far. Anyway, good. That's why I don't have any daughter, son, or whatever sit next to me. I avoid that in case. But I also don't think we should have any successor. Up to now, not yet. But who knows, in the future, maybe. If I have one, I will tell you, okay? On record video. Long years ago, I thought maybe there's one. But then later, because the world changed, the karma changed so much, I don't think it's possible to anyone to handle the matter, up to now. So I have to continue. Okay then. Any more? You want any more stuff? All right. I think I almost done with that. And this subject about the precepts.
Мили зрители, благодарим ви, че бяхте с нас за днешното предаване, озаглавено Сурангама Сутра, 4-те ясни и непроменими инструкции за чистота, заключение и установяване на място за пробуждане, част 7 от 8, в между учителя и учениците. Следва не е късно да получиш просветление, въпроси и отговори, част 4 от 5. Слова на мъдростта, веднага след важните новини. Моля, останете с Supreme Master Television за още позитивни предавания. Нека Бог ви води в пътешествието ви през живота и ви обсипва с божествена любов и светлина. Endearing viewers, thank you for joining us for today's program entitled The Surangama Sutra, the 4 clear and unalterable instructions on purity, conclusion, and establishing a place for awakening, part 7 of 8, on between master and disciples. Coming up next is It's Not Too Late to Get Enlightenment, questions and answers, part 4 of 5, on words of wisdom, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more positive programming. May God guide you on your journey through life and shower you with divine love and light.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.